Hello, and welcome back to another session of Creating Art Over 70, Science Rufus. I'm going to be continuing on with the train pastel painting. I think on this particular session, I'm going to try to work more in trying to bring out just a little bit more of the shapes, detailed shapes through the train section here, because I want to try to move in this direction as I put this piece together. That's the thought anyway, so we're going to see where it goes. So, enough said, let's just get busy. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm working in this section here. I'm trying to bring out as much of the detail now. I know it seems early in the process, but for me on this particular piece, I want to see where it's going. So I'm putting in large amounts of detail in smaller areas and going in this direction before I go down in that direction, or work on the background parts of the composition. Um, this is really kind of tough for me because I'm trying not to get in the camera as I paint here and sketch out and draw and color in, or but I would, it would be easier for me if I could just get right up in there and get this done closer. So I'm working muscles that I'm normally not used to working, and so I'll be stopping and pausing periodically. Is what you see in the process when it seems like it's taking a minute or so, or a couple seconds or so before I go from one thing to the other. That's what's going on. Okay. Okay, we'll take a quick break here. Um, I've been working on a lot of the detail, as you can see, the actual train, the proportions of the train, the shapes of the train, the train is starting to come out of the paper now. So I'm doing a combination of pencils, some pencils and some brushes. Um, I really like the way the brushes are working here in this area here with the brushwork. It actually started to bring out the form relatively well. So I really got the front end of the train going on here, and I think I got this kind of in place. We'll work a little bit more detail for us highlights and shadows in that area, and then I think I might before I get down into this section of the train and the landfill here, I think I may start bringing in the shadows and work a little bit on the background composition in this area and this area right here. So I can start to bring in the darkness or the shadow inside of the tunnel itself. So, and then I'll work down into this area here. Okay, so now we'll take a break. Thank you so much for watching. Creating Art Over 70, signed Rufus. Painting with a Passion. The Train Pastel Painting. See you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. We're going to continue on with the train pastel painting. We're gonna focus a little bit more in the composition. While I was on right before I started the recording, I just wanted to lay out this shape I wanted to capture. So we're gonna work in this composition a little bit, the background composition a little bit here in this area, maybe in this area here for this particular continuing on with this particular session. Thank you so much for watching. Creating Art Over 70, signed Rufus. Let's get busy. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm feeling getting a little tired now, so I'm gonna stop the piece right here. I tried to bring in a lot more of the background composition so I can get a look at what I'm working with here. So the shadowing is coming in. It's gonna come in pretty nice. The dark spots in here. I'm trying to lay this in with the darkest value as I can, without resorting to black. I can still get a little darker. I use some of the dark blue that I have here to bring this in a little darker and keep this little area here just a little light. And then I'll work into these brick areas a little later on. But that's what I think I'm gonna stop right here for today. Get a little tired and get something to eat, those type of things, and just chill maybe. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching Creating Art Over 70 with Sign Rufus, the trained pastel painting with a passion. Thank you so much for watching.